good morning, MarketChameleon.com. If y'all can't see, Will is actually writing something down there. What are you doing today, brother?
I just had some ideas I had to take care of today. Can't share it, and it's not something.
Ready? You want to hear his ideas? Milk, cereal.
Actually, that's my other list. I do need more milk.
Dude, how come you are? I just don't get it, dude. How come you are not? You're an Amazon Prime member. I'm an Amazon Prime member. I don't even live in the country. I'm a Prime member. Why aren't you just getting all this stuff delivered? What are you doing, dude?
From Whole Foods?
I don't know. Wherever you get groceries from. Why are you going to the grocery store?
We did get groceries delivered. It seemed to me, and I'm sure my buddy Mike will back me up on this. A lot of the produce I got would go bad much quicker if it was delivered to me. It was
too fresh.
No.
You like things a little bit young.
I think
so they can sit in your fridge for a week or so.
They're taking the stuff they've pulled off the floor and shipping it out in cardboard boxes. Good luck with that,
They're trying
America.
to get you the most fresh produce, man.
Good luck with that, America.
All right, everybody. We are talking about options and trading, and it is risky, man. Inherently risky. There's the disclaimer. Go ahead, bring your screen up, Will. Everybody, you got to do your research. That's what the Chameleon's for. That's what we're here talking about. That's what we're hoping to help you with. If you are on the Chameleono, as Will's bringing up right now, click that top left-hand corner. There is a subscribe button up there. Click that subscribe button and follow along with the data and analytics Will's using free for 7 days. Bro, what are we getting into today?
I was going to get into the healthcare sector. The XXHE.
XXHE.
Medical equipment manufacturers. I guess the healthcare sector has outperformed in this earnings cycle all the other sectors. And someone was on talking about these medical device makers, Abbott Labs.
Abbott Labs, yep.
It's getting near its 52-week high. I did a screen for credit put spreads, bullish look, and there are 10 pages.
Bullish? Yeah, because nobody wants it, bro. Nobody wants to be bullish healthcare. We got Bernie saying that everybody should have free healthcare. Why can't I go to the doctor for free? Come on, man.
Is that going to affect the stocks?
Yeah, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure about this one. There's a lot of risk here.
There's always lots of risk.
Everybody, there's the disclaimer. Be careful.
Boston
There's
Scientific
always a lot of risk. Always? What about Apple manufacturers, the people who make apples, dude? Is there a lot of risk in apples?
You mean the farmers?
I don't call them farmers anymore. I call them apple makers.
I remember our mom talking about our grandfather, and she's like, he never got to take a day off. He
sounds like
so
us,
hard.
Dude. Sounds like me.
It sounds like anyone who works.
That's right. It really does. But I tell you what, you talk negatively about farmers, and you get a lot of hate, man. Quick.
As you should.
As you should.
They're the backbone of society. The farmers, farm to table. Whoever knew?
Man, I had a little podcast here, a little tiny snippet where I just mentioned the government here was giving away basically building this giant facility where farmers could go and sell their produce for free, right? So they were paying nothing for rent. It was a total giveaway.
So it was a free farmers market, you're saying?
A big giant farmers market, like covered, big giant building.
That's awesome.
And I called it out as a government giveaway and something that we don't want to support. Boy, the hate I got. Oh, what, you don't like farmers? You don't like people? It's like, geez, man, wow. No, I don't like government picking winners and losers, man.
Well, usually when they build those farmers facilities, they charge rent. I mean, it's a...
No, not here, man. This is freebie time.
Freebie time. That's good. How'd it work? Lots of people go?
Well, I don't know, man. Who knows?
You don't know the outcome?
Dude. I support Amazon delivering my food to me. That's what I support.
Cardinal Health is another one. Showed up with lots of bullish opportunities. Now,
dude, I think you're getting a lot of hate for the chat's blowing up with the hate of your in this sector, man. What makes you somehow bullish on this sector?
Well, it's something you got to be careful of. But listen, you look at the demographics. People are getting older.
Yep.
I mean, yes, a socialist wins the next election, and we're all our health care is being managed by the government. It's going to be bearish for the entire country. not just the healthcare sector. So you've got to, sometimes stick your foot out the door and take a step.
Yep.
And this is why you use options. You don't go out and buy the stocks. If you want to take a bullish lean, you can use the options. Identify, you don't watch the stock go to zero.
Yep.
Listen, you can look at it from the bearish side. You want to look at it from the bearish side? Like, who do we have out there? Who's chit-chatting with you? Who's out there? Jake?
Well, Jake said, I'm just looking at the chats.
There you go.
Jake's saying, man, rotate off that stuff. Let's go to Beyond Meat.
anyone who wants to take a bearish, there are lots of bearish opportunities to take the other side. Here you go. Cardinal Health, 268 bearish spread opportunities. Abbott Labs.
I believe Real's saying, hey, look, man, just drink a lot of wine. That'll keep you healthy. You don't even need to go to the doctor. That's Real's strategy.
That actually is the Bernie Sanders healthcare philosophy. That's how they're going to go. Free wine for everyone.
Free wine.
Chocolate milk for everyone. That got you elected in elementary school, didn't it?
Oh man, dude, that does. See, that's what they play to, man. It's like the free. Did you hear his thing? Like I think it was yesterday or Saturday. Oh my goodness, man! If we can afford to pay basketball players millions of dollars, we can certainly afford to pay teachers what they're worth. It's like, really? One guy had a great response. He was like, dude, the moment they can fill stadiums with people, they'll get paid what they're worth.
Well, they do in a sense fill classrooms with students, with young minds. I mean, part of me agrees.
Much like the farmers, I will get a lot of hate for this. I understand.
When you start with we pay, that's where you lose me.
When you start with what?
Well, on the podium, you said he said we pay.
Yeah, we pay. Yeah, that's
like,
the exact.
Like,
it was wrong from the
get
get-go. You're right. That's exactly right.
It's the way
we don't pay anybody. The people who go to the basketball games pay the basketball players.
People reward these people for talent.
Exactly.
I mean, some would say gift. Others would say hard work. There are no guarantees, right? You put a lot of effort into basketball, you may get, there's a high probability of zero return on your dollar invested in yourself playing basketball in your yard. Much better to spend time with a teacher in a classroom and books in your hand. But that being said, someone who's very good and has worked very hard and has the right mental makeup can make a fortune playing basketball.
Yep. I actually believe for a super quality high-end teacher, there is a market right now. If somebody would develop it for the best teachers in the world, where if a teacher wants to make $250,000 a year or $1 million a year, they could set up these private tutoring type of classes online with people and make a ton of money.
I agree. I actually have a floor friend from another life when we used to run around with funny jackets, and he was an incredibly gifted teacher and student. I mean, he was had a law degree, had a linguistics, master's degree, and taught overseas, and he ended up, on the floor somehow.
Yep.
And when the business changed, he went back to teaching SATs. And now has a whole program. He's one of the largest, private SAT tutors in the Philadelphia market.
Oh, really?
And and has done extremely well.
Jake's saying it's called Coursera. Of course, all the good ideas are already done, but I didn't know. I haven't seen it. Like I haven't seen. I know they have courses and stuff, but I didn't know. Jake, you tell me if they have the high end teachers. I mean, anybody they have courses. I mean, whatever. My kid's on that one. What was that, bro?
I think a lot of Coursera. Well, at least when it started. I mean, and it's been around for a long time. I'm glad Jake is busting your balls because I was about to. Jake. Jake should have his own show.
So what else we got today, man? What do we got going on?
Well, I wanted to give a quick look at the event-driven screener insights. Tomorrow we have existing home sales. You see, we have that FOMC meeting coming up, GDP reports. So this back tests I chose the last 10 existing home sales reports. Win rate above 70%. any positive return for average or median, and like everything on the Chameleon, it spits out lots of opportunities. 121 pages of
Jeez.
opportunities.
Filter that
Uh,
down, man. Get us some winners.
well, I just wanted to go. One thing I wanted to take a look at was in my watch list, see if any home builders popped up. It does seem exist in home sales. Maybe I'd like to see if a home builder actually has any relation. And Pulte was one that popped up. So Pulte
Right.
actually does have a positive win rate with existing home sales. So that's something to keep in mind. I did do it, then drew me just to look at the home builders with interest rates seeming to be heading lower, which is unbelievably shocking, but that seems to be what's happening. Is it time to start looking at the home builders in a more positive light? It can be something you can look at. I did do a screen for Pulte Homes to see if there were any positive spreads to do with theoretical edge, cushion to break even. And so in Pulte Homes, there are a lot of bullish spreads you can do as well. They're also in the home builders in general. XHB, I think, is the home builder index.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of opportunities to put bullish spreads together. The other big ETF, I think, is ITB. So there are a few
Just a
in
couple.
ITB as well. Yeah. So things to do in the home builders if you have any interest. The last thing I was going to look at were FedEx and UPS from a bearish play. I mean, FedEx in particular is well off its highs.
Mm-hmm. And they do have that like little robot on wheels that I like
Do
from
they
a
have that? Or
delivery
are they testing?
standpoint.
Well, I like it to get back to these levels. You like that?
Oh, I mean, is that a good level? Who knows? Who knows, man? You tell me, man. What does the Chameleon tell? I don't believe you. I believe the Chameleon. What does the
Well, the
Chameleon
Chameleon's
tell?
is going to give me some spreads. I'm if anything, if this China trade war continues with all this negative chit chat and then nothing's done, FedEx is going to continue to get hurt.
Yep.
So if I'm playing it to the bearish side, I would use credit call spreads, and there are lots of opportunities to go through the credit call spreads and find some opportunities to take a bearish position in FDX. UPS the same.
Nothing on
Unfortunately,
UPS. Oh, we got some on UPS
unfortunately, the thing I'm most bearish on, Lyft and Uber.
there.
There are no opportunities to do any spreads yet. But I mean, it's just funny. I just compared their short. There's almost no data, right?
Yeah.
Today it's in the news because Lyft is getting sued by its shareholders for somehow, which is crazy because the whole road show they're like, Lyft was very honest and said we have no idea if we'll ever be able to make money doing this. That was basically written into their
that's just lawyers, man, coming out of the woodwork. I saw that. I don't know if you saw that on their news feed for basically the time that thing went public. The news feed was like, Douglas and Douglas looking for people who lost more than $100,000 in the Lyft IPO. It's like, geez, man. It's just the lawyers out there trying to make it buck.
Oh, you blame it on the lawyers, do you?
Well, I mean, yeah, everybody, of course, you get hurt. You're looking for little retribution. That's human nature. They're just taking advantage of human nature.
Well,
look, I mean, there you go. Equity alert, dude. Third one down. Just called that, dude. Rosen Law Firm looking for people who, encourages people who lost more than $100,000 to come forward. I mean, that's just, come on.
There are a lot of people who lost more than $100,000.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, you didn't lose anything if you didn't sell.
What do you think it took?
You didn't lose anything yet, I should say.
I took 2 40-minute Uber rides this weekend.
You did. Look at you.
I had to supersize the car to the XL because it was the whole family, 6 of us. So we went from where we live in Bucks County down into Philadelphia for a wedding.
Yep.
What do you think the round trip was?
Round trip?
Yeah.
$185.
It's like $250.
Okay. How much would that cost to hire a black car?
Probably the black car would have been 200 each way. So
Yeah.
it was definitely less.
Yeah.
And it is nice, I must say, on the app, seeing where the car is.
Absolutely.
For whatever
man.
reason, that makes you feel a little bit better. that there's actually a car out there coming for you. But it was.
Can you? All right, we've got so much chatter about this Beyond Meat. Can you throw it up there? See what we got going on. People are just calling it out. Please, Beyond Meat across all our platforms. People can't get enough of this Beyond Meat.
I'm working. I have my chief development officer is working on Beyond Fish. By the way, it's close. It's close.
Dude, just think we could save the oceans, man. Now it's not about cows. It's about saving the ocean.
This in the old days would have been a product look, if you put out one lots, these markets are, you can drive a truck through them, how wide these markets are. Hard to play in this. You're going to hear a moment of silence here.
What do you do? That's as Will's brain goes. That's as he starts crunching the data. What does that data tell you, bro? 25 years of experience.
The stock's
what does that say?
hard. The stock's super hard to borrow.
Yep.
It's hard to get. The only way to get short this is playing the options, which is, looking at the options. It's how it's being priced. This is a crazy stock.
It's a crazy stock. All right, Jake. Anybody in the chat? Tell me what's going on with this, because my brother has obviously lost his mind. He doesn't know what he's looking at right here. This is confusing to him. 25 years.
You look at the puts. I mean, look how high they're priced. We have it worth $12. You have to pay $25. The call. I mean, it's the the interest rate you're paying to be short the stock is, off the charts. It's you can't even borrow the stock. So if you want to get shorted, the only way to do it is with the options, and it's pricing like a crazy interest rate.
Isn't it because it's just way overvalued, huh?
No, it's because so many people want to borrow. I mean, it's costing you 12% to be short the stock.
And it's a great deal if it goes down 100%.
Great.
When they figure out that this thing is a non-real product. When was the last time you bought a Beyond burger?
I mean, you could. I mean, if your clearing firm let you hold the stock and actually lend it out, this is how the brokerage firms make. Anyone who owns this, the brokerage firm is making a mint off your stock because they're lending it out at these unbelievable rates.
Yeah. I mean, it's just how do you look at this and think it's anything but overvalued, man?
No, you have to look at it just like, this is, Tilray, it wasn't this crazy, but the way the puts.
See, but that's funny though. That's funny to me that Tilray was less crazy than this, and Tilray was insane.
But this is how anyone who's trying to play this short, their face could get ripped off. It becomes harder and harder to borrow. I mean, this is what happened in Tilray. It went up to 214 one day.
Incredible.
Buyer beware in this.
Buyer beware. Just honestly, just stay away from that. I mean, jeez, wow.
Well, listen, you could probably play around. Here's the deal. If you're on the floor and they give you the opportunity to borrow the stock, that's the whole thing. Because you sell a put and buy a call that's put to you in the marketplace as a market maker. You have the ability to go out and short the stock. No one else has the ability to short the stock.
Yep.
You have to be within that space. So just playing this, if you're trying to hedge yourself, it's virtually impossible.
Yeah.
So
Head on a swivel, guys. Good. Thanks for looking at that. I know that the chat was appreciating that, brother.
What's Jake looking to do in it?
He says if you love it at 300, or if you like it at 300, you are gonna love it at 3.
That's pretty much what the options are saying. It could go to 300 or 3.
Yeah. Incredible. I would wager more on 3 than 300.
Yeah, I agree. The puts are. It's. Look at the vols of the puts. It's incredible.
How often do you see that? How often in your career have you seen that numbers crazy
We
like
used to
that?
see it during the internet boom. You'd see it all the time, but it was very easy to borrow the stock for floor traders. I mean, people, just sold the stock short, without even worried about seeing if they could locate it,
Yep.
on the floor. So it was very easy. Since then, it's the whole model for borrowing the stock has changed, and the rules have changed, and you really have to be able to locate the stock. So,
Right.
I mean, during the internet boom, this was all over the place. I mean, you had people, and this is probably part of it is
Dude, how did you not
people.
make enough money to retire back in the internet boom, man? How were you so short-sighted, dude?
Dude, half the guys I know didn't make anything in the business. I'm thankful I made something. It's like any business, right? How many people during the internet boom didn't make any money who were in internet companies?
Yep.
Not everyone in Silicon Valley retired, did they?
That's
Or
right.
did they? Did
Well,
everyone retire
you never retire, man. You take that money and you reinvest it. You do more stuff, man.
and lose
Who
and
wants to
lose it?
stop doing this awesomeness, dude? Nobody wants to stop. Look at Will shaking his head. You can't see him. All right, brother, bring your face back up. Everybody remember, option trading is risky. You got to do your research. Whoa, you got to do your research, especially if you are looking at this Beyond Meat. For all investors who want to be on the Beyond Fish bandwagon, please contact Will at MarketChameleon.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love to take that on Beyond Fish.
Oh, man. If you guys are on the Chameleon right now.
It could literally show up in an envelope, like your salmon-colored envelopes. You know you're getting salmon.
I don't know how you think it's going to be like you're not even going to refrigerate this stuff, man. All these products have to be like frozen, man. I mean, if you look at all the fake meat stuff, it's all in the freezer section, dude.
You read about the Beyond burgers,
yeah,
and they're like their makeup is worse for you than a regular burger. Like the sodium content is like off the charts.
What are you gonna do, man? Well, thank God we're in the chameleon market. We are the largest buyers of chameleon now countrywide. We used to be just the East Coast. Now we are the largest buyers of chameleons because we need them to run on that little treadmill, man. They keep this thing running.
They do their work. Imagine how fast they're running to put out those numbers in Beyond Meat.
All right, guys. If you are on the Chameleon, remember, click the subscribe button top left-hand corner. You can try us free for 7 days. Follow along with this awesome data and stuff that Will's going through. And we'll see you tomorrow morning. How's that?
Sounds good. Be safe out there.
Have a great day trading, everybody.
Stay away from the meat.